Welcome to this second video of chapels at Darwen. There's the old building there. It was built in 1719. It's an historic building of Darwen, in the heart of historic Darwen, that used to be called Over Darwen not so long ago. That's because in Over Darwen was mainly around the perimeter of the actual town itself, so you'd have chapels, Paul Lane and such like around the circumference. The actual town of Darwen was later become known as Darwen when it became established. As you see, there's been much work that Simon has been doing, the owner. He's doing a lot of clearing away, ready for the wall there, the perimeter of this area. There's piles and piles. There's a bit of piles of old railings from presumably parts of graves, gates, railings, you name it. It'll be there, pile there. There's a pile of brush, little bits of a tree, branches, roots, a pile there. There's a pile of stones here. So everything looks untidy, but everything's to be got at in its own way. Everything has its place. In the background there you see the plot that I was digging, the area known as Excavation 1. And as we walk up to it, you see, if you follow from the first video, the gravestone there and the brick structure, and there's a worn gravestone in the wall there. You'll soon realise that on the first video where I'd actually dug to. So if I come round this way, I would say that the first excavation would have come to where my foot is, something like that. Maybe, yeah, probably about there, possibly somewhere. That'll be the first dig as we mark a line up there. So basically it was that square. Now, as you saw, there was quite a bit of archaeology. There was a flagstone revealed there where the gravestone is. There was a hole down there that showed that that wall kept going down and didn't seem to end. There was a hard packed rubble here, and I called it a path. Well, it turned out that it wasn't a path. I extended this area from about with that green roots there, and extended it over this way to 20 feet approximately. So then we had an area double the size of what was on the first video. Now the path, what I called it, was interesting. It turned out it wasn't a path, probably just a hard structure in the clay layer, where it could have been slippy or whatever, and it seems to have been laid out with old drainage pipes, pottery, to give it a firm surface. Well, that petered out, started tapering to a point, started tapering off, and then eventually at about 14 feet it tapered out. So I'd say 14 feet, about there on the wall. There's the square stone there, so there, and there's the edge, approximately 20 foot to there, so about 14 feet. So it petered out here. So alas, it never resulted to a major path as such, but it was still interesting. From then henceforth, going towards the edge there was like ashy deposits, like a yellow gritty, probably sandstone-ish kind of mixture of stone debris or whatever. So as we go down here, as you see, there's a lot of topsoil on now. I've built it up. The archaeology that I found has been protected for the future. It wasn't very old archaeology. It was going back to the early to mid 1800s. And I covered it over. The flagstone covered the path, did I? I think I covered the whole. I think I covered the whole with plastic. I covered the flagstone definitely. But maybe all the hard packed got covered over as well with plastic sheeting. Punctured holes in it for drainage, and then I laid small stone over the top, and then kept putting topsoil over the top. So it's been well protected underneath all that. Daffodils are starting to grow, and it's been quite a while ago since I came, but I started on Excavation 2. Now that's another story, and that'll come later in another video. So for the present, this is the conclusion to Excavation 1. Just a summary really of what I did and what I've achieved. As you see, there's no damage there. In fact, it's better, more flat. And the reason why it seems a bit humped up is because on Excavation 2 I'm putting the topsoil on this and spreading it out to see if there's any fines there. So that's not going to be the original, that's not going to be the resulting surface. Some of that will be took off. It'll be levelled out to Excavation 2, making a level surfacing all in one. Simon, who owns the land, he's hoping to do a lot of work here, like he's started down there, and he's hoping to get wildlife, a habitat, natural habitat going here. So that'll be nice. So when it's all done, it takes time and there's no rush, and it's just all good fun. So yeah, so there we go. Whip them round again. There's a long shot that were taking place. As I say, a bit untidy, but it'll be okay when it's done. There's some more of the view.